Hi all, in this video we'll see test automation framework part 6. Okay, as part of this video we are going to see how to push the code, how to pull the code, what is conflict, how to resolve conflict. Okay, in our previous video we have seen that what is source code management, what is GitHub, and how to create a project, means repository in the GitHub, how to clone the same thing into your Eclipse, and we have theoretically seen that how to what is push and what is pull, what is conflict. So we'll see everything in action. So let's go to Eclipse, right? And we have this, what is a GitHub project. Now I want everything what we have in the source code, means the code which I have in the Eclipse, means entire project, entire framework. I want everything should be in the GitHub. Okay, so you see that here two commits. What is that? 24 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago in the readme.file. Okay, and the same way you see that any issues, and then you see this is the branch. What is this branch? Master branch, updated 25 minutes ago by Sakinala. It will give you each and everything information. Okay, in the same way you go here, you see contributor. I think it will give my name, you see, Sakinala. Okay, now we'll go here. How you will get this information to GitHub, right? So for that, right click on your project, go to team. Now you have a number of options. For that, first you need to commit. Commit means you create a branch first, right? You create a branch. How you will create a branch? You see that, switch to new branch. Here branch name, what I told you, Jira-1234. What is the source? You see master. Otherwise you can take another branches if you have the master in, but normally you'll take the master. Check out new branch. Check out means you will get everything into your machine. Okay, if you then finish, it will create one more same kind of repository with this name. So I will not do that, but this is the way. Okay, so once you did the changes with your branch, go to the team. You need to commit. Commit means it will save to your branch locally in your machine only. So when you say commit, you see that here unstaged changes, staged changes, commit message, and you see that your author and committer, some name. Okay, so unstaged means which are not there in the GitHub, only in your local machine. If you want everything to be there in your GitHub, what you need to do, you can click on this double plus symbol. You see that, add all files including not selected ones to the index. So when you say plus symbol, add selected files to the index. You see that I'll select some files, controller command, I want only these files. Okay, otherwise I can shift and till here. Okay, then plus symbol, then it will go here. Okay, but I need everything right for the first time. So what I'll do, I'll click on double plus symbol. You see everything moved to here. Once you have here, those files only go to your GitHub, otherwise it will not go. You see that minus means if you want to remove only particular file, otherwise if you want to remove all the files, you see that. So everybody move to unstaged changes again. So now I'll double plus symbol, everything here. Commit message. This is very important. While committing, you need to give some message. The proper naming, proper message will give you easier your work when you revisit that branch. You did some changes. According to that, if you give some name, what you say? Added initial framework files with all the configurations. Something I'm doing this. Okay. Then by looking into this message, we discussed in the previous video that version controlling. The version controlling will be depends upon this commit message also. Alright, if you want to go to 1 week's back, change, but you will not remember the date. But when you go 4 days back code, and if you double click on this, you will see this message. By looking into that message, you can know that what you did. If you give proper naming, you say that I added login.java and I have written the login functionality with this some changes. Then by looking into that, okay, I want this code, this branch, then directly go there. So commit message will help you to go to the previous versions of your code. So put proper message while you committing. It is very helpful. People simply say that did some changes, done with this code, this Jira is completed, this task is completed, something like that. So if that is the case, at that moment it might be easy, but if something goes wrong, if you want to go to the previous version, then it will take so much of time. You need to go to the coding, the files, and you need to see everything, what changes you did. Then by looking into that code, you need to remember, oh, this is what I am looking into. It's a tedious job. But if you put some proper commit message, it is very easy for you to do this. Okay. And here you will have commit and push. Okay. Then what is the difference between commit and push? Okay. Here commit means it will save your changes locally to that branch. Okay. Push means it will send your code to GitHub. Right. Kind of saving, but it will save into your local machine. Commit is a local save. Kind of. Okay. Local save. But push is remote save. Means it will save into your GitHub. So you have two options. Commit and push. So what will happen? Commit means it will save your changes into your local machine. If something goes wrong, okay, then till there it will be saved at least. You did some changes till afternoon, just commit. While committing, you say that completed till this line of code, otherwise till this task. At the end of the day, you can directly commit again. You can do n number of commits on a single branch. Okay, there is no restriction, but put proper naming, what means commit messages, then it will be easy for us to track. Once you're done, you can directly push. Otherwise, while committing also you can push. If you do this commit, you see that some changes. You see here cloud and an arrow symbol means you can directly sending into the cloud. Here you are only saving to your kind of database, otherwise in the local machine. Okay, you can do both. So what I'll do, commit and push. Save changes in nodes. It is asking some unsaved changes. If you want, you can save, otherwise you cannot. I'll just save. Do you want to cancel the commit? So you can first handle the newly saved files. Right. There is a change in the nodes. It is unstaged. You want that file to be pushed or not? It is asking. The reason is there is a change. If you need, you can say yes. Otherwise, no. Okay. I don't need this. Okay. I'll say yes. Okay, what happened? This is that commit and push. Now it is asking me user and password. If you save, it will not ask. If you are not saving, it will ask while you're pushing or pulling with the same credentials, right? What we have given for the GitHub, the same credentials you need to give here, then login. You see that? Push to hybrid framework. Now it is pushing the entire code to your, what do you say? It's done. Added initial framework files with all the configurations. The repository, this is the repository. You see that? Push it to this one, origin. Done. You just close, go to your here. You just refresh now. You see that only readme.md, right? When I refresh this, you see that hybrid framework with POM. A minute ago, when you open this, you see that all your folder structures. You go to the source, you'll have packages, source main Java, source test Java. In the repo, you'll have data util.java, Excel API test.java. If you click on that, you'll find everything in the code. Right. Now you have everything here. And you made a sync between, means the link between your GitHub and your Eclipse. You see 3 commits now. The recent commit, you see with the naming the commit message. Added initial framework files with all the configurations. Sakinala committed a minute ago. In the same way, if somebody is ABC is working, ABC committed a minute ago, 30 minutes ago, something like that, and you will get this kind of message what he has given. Okay. Now you'll have so many branches. You can create a branch here. Right. So now what you can do, now if you see this, you do not have, you have nodes, but we'll see what is there in this. What is this? Go here, nodes, right? You see the nodes here till merge conflicts, but here in my nodes I have these 2 lines. I did not push this, the changes. I said yes, right, cancel this. So you see that the difference? You see the difference, right? Here only till 29 line, but 31, 32 not pushed. That is the reason you see that some changes are there which are not pushed. When you double click on this, you see that it will show the difference between your GitHub and your local. You see this is the file till 29 line, it is same, but after that you are finding some 2 extra lines. In the remote you do not have. Now you have an option that you can remove this. I think you can undo. Other you can simply delete this. Right. Delete this. And you can directly push the code. Then no need to push the code. But you have this logic and it is showing that differences. And then it is asking you want this line to here, or if you want this code to this one. You see local nodes. This is local nodes here. Here index nodes. Index means it is in the remote machine. So then sometimes you need, see in the same nodes some other person did some changes. So you need the changes now. Then you can copy, otherwise you can get it from this one to this one. Otherwise you want to commit your changes. So you can put this one to this one. If I say here You see that you got here, and I think you can save, it seems. Copy all non-conflict changes from left to right, right to left. Copy current changes from here. You have some options, right? So this is how. And what I'll do first, here what I'll do, I can commit from there, and otherwise I can press here. I got this. When you click on this, you see the differences. Same thing, right? So I'm committing this now. Now added some nodes on commit and push in nodes file. Okay, then commit and push. Again it will ask. And then login. It's done. Close. Now you go to this one. You just refresh this. You see that you got these two lines. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll come here. I'll change here local. I say simply saving. Instead of save, so immediately it is saying that there is a change between your local file and this file. When you open this, you see that in the same line, you have a change that you see it is highlighting. It is highlighting here, saving, it is save. Then you decide which one you need. This is called conflict. The same file, the same line, in the remote some other data is there, in your local machine some other code is there, data or code. Then now you decide what to do, right? You need saving or save. Then you can say that when you need this, right? When you need this, you can say this one. You see, now both are same. Otherwise, you can say Command Z or Control Z. You need this one. You can click this one. Now both are saving. Right. Control Z. You need both are save. Then you can click this one. Then both will become save only. Right. But you need to decide, and you should have some understanding that here we have only save. So when I say again, both will be in the same thing, local save instead of saving. So if you feel that logic which somebody has written no needed, otherwise you enhanced something, you modified something, you enhanced it, that is the reason, okay, this one is not needed, then this is the best one, so I can change this to this one. Otherwise the other person written effective way, you feel that is good one, so instead of yours you can take that. Okay, and then save. Right, now save, both is having save now. So what I'll do, I'll make it saving. Okay, saving, there is a change, right? So what I'll do, I'll make it this one, save. You see that immediately it came here after saving. What I'll do, I'll Control Z, I'll remove this, everything, don't save. So now what I'll do, here you see that there is a change. When I open this, This is saving. Give me 1 second. I lost this G. Okay. I have saving here, save. So now I need this one. I'll click on this. Okay. You observe here in the unstaged changes, when I say save, yes, you see it moved to here. You can drag, otherwise when you did some changes and save, okay, then it came to say changes and changed save to saving, and then commit and push. The same way it will ask for the credentials. When you say login, now it will become saving. Close. Go there. When you refresh, you see this save will become saving now. You see that it became saving. Right. Now, in the real time, nobody will do like this, but just an example, I cannot replicate the scenario that other person also working in the same file, right? That I cannot replicate now. So instead of that, you have an option to this one, you see, edit. You can write your code here. So pull means get the code from remote machine to your local machine. I just added this one. You see that you can commit this. Okay. Currently, branch, which branch you are into? Now I'm in the master branch. I'm working on the same master branch, but in the real time, you should not do that. Okay. Commit changes. Okay. I have 34 line now. When you come to Eclipse, okay, when you come to Eclipse, now what you can do, right click on this. You see that you have pull is not there. But how you will get this pull? I need that information now. Right click, go to team, you will have pull. Two pulls, but the second one it seems. Pull. You see that? Reference master, when pulling, it is asking merge, rebase, something like that, merge. Okay. So when you click finish, from this remote repository, from the reference is this master, and then normally you will get it from the master only. Finish. It is giving some information, pull request, close. You see that? You got the information from remote to your local machine. This is called pulling. Okay. So X person did some changes, you need those changes into your machine. So you can pull that. Okay. So while talking about the GitHub, we cannot replicate all the scenarios which you face, which you do in the real time, but somehow you can get the knowledge, right? Somehow you will get the knowledge. This one is enough. While you're working in the real time, anyhow they'll say what is the where the your GitHub is, how to clone, and what is your process you are following there. Everybody will you can do this with this knowledge. But just an example how the clone will be, how the push will be, how the pull will be, how the versioning will be, all these things. Okay. So now go to the team. I think switch to show history. You see that? Show in history. When you say this one, you see that history. Now this message is helpful. You see that? Change save to saving. Added some notes on commit and push in the notes file. Added initial framework. When you did, who is the author? When you did this, who is the committer? What is the committed date? All these things. You will, for each and every commit, you will have some ID. Right. When I say this one, change it save to saving. When I double click on this, it seems, you see it? Change it save to saving. Right. When you say now I'll click on that particular message. I'll say checkout. When I say checkout, you are detached to head state. Okay, so what happened? You see that pull is not there. Alright, so it went to the previous one, pull. It went to only this remote save. Right, remote save. Now you are into this branch. Now if you want to go to the previous branch, I think previous message, switch to master. You see that pull, you got the pull now. Right, you can go to particular branch. If you commit there, I'll go to saving. I'll say checkout. Now you are into this one only, pull gone. And you will go to git staging. If you want to pull, otherwise means push, first you need to commit. Not getting anything. Sorry, I'm in the same branch, right? I'm in the same branch. So you can go to again the same thing, switch to master branch means you will get everything. Right. If you do any changes, some change, the moment when you save, you see that you will get that information here. When you double click on that, you see you have some changes here. You need those or not. Right. When I remove this, I did one, this one there, 34 line same. There is a space, some space also it's showing. Okay, otherwise you see that you will not find any differences. It's just showing, but it will not show any differences. In the 34th line you have same message, here also 34th line same message. Right, so don't save. This is how, you see, the moment you observe that I said some changes. The moment when I save, you see it will become unsaved change. Here I'll do Control Z and Control S. You see it gone. The reason is there are no changes. Why to unstage and why to stage all these things? If you have any changes, then it will immediately show that. I can add test case also. Right click, new class. Simply I'll say login.j, login, finish. You see that immediately I'm getting login.java. What is there inside this? You have this one in the index, there is nothing. The reason is the first file, right? First time. So I'll move here, I'll say adding login Java file. Commit and push. Same, you need to provide the credentials. It's done. Go to your this one, go here. You see that adding login Java file 20 seconds ago. When you go here inside this, you see that in the source where the message will come, where exact the file is. The other files will get their own message at that time. So only changes are in the source. When you open this one, you see that adding login Java in the test. We're adding login Java in the Java. That is in the test cases. Then you see place order test added initial framework. That time I added this file 21 minutes ago. But login.java adding login Java file a minute ago. If you open this one, you will not have anything. The reason is we did not added anything. The same thing what you have there, you will get the same thing here. Alright. So this is all about push and pull and merge conflicts. Merge means in the same file changed by some other person, you will get some issues. Then you look into that code whenever means which code you needed, then you need to take that and you need to resolve that conflict. Okay, so we have seen that how to push the code, how to pull the code, what is conflict, how to resolve that conflict. Okay, so the reason is discussing all these things, you should have at least the knowledge of what is push, what is pull, what is conflict, all these things. But in single system, I cannot show everything what you face in the real time, but you have multiple system, two persons are working, he did some changes there. If I pull that code, I have some code in the same file, you will get some conflicts. At the same time, how you will pull the code, and if you do some changes, how you push the code, everything will be possible. But this is more than enough to understand what is GitHub and how you do all these things. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.